We're heading today east into Burgundy, or Bourgogne in French. We focus in this episode on the department of Côte-d'or. We obviously will start with the capital city of Dijon. The best way to discover this city is by following the Parcours de la Chouette. The game is easy. You search for Jardin d'Arcy and start at its square. On the ground, you search for this owl and follow the arrows. After passing by Porte Guillaume, you go left, check the post office. After the Halles, you go right to reach Place François Roud. This 13th century Gothic masterpiece forced us to stop. Very well preserved at the center of the old city, it is dedicated to Our Lady. And to understand why this course is dedicated to an owl, head to the northern outer wall. Tourists and locals come to caress Dijon's emblem so their wish could come true. Then you have Musée Rude, the Opera, and Musée des Beaux-Arts. This is the city's boundaries during Roman times. You then reach the Dukes of Burgundy Palace before crossing it to reach the wide Place de la Libération. One last stop at the 93 meters high majestic Cathedral of Saint-Benin before closing the loop at Porte Guillaume. As for local specialties, almost everyone heard about the mustard of Dijon. Other than that, you'll find the honey, bœuf bourguignon traditionally served with potatoes, nonette, and the sugar-coated aniseed of nearby Flavigny. We then head to a lesser-known town nearby. By crossing this high stone bridge, you will see a part of the river Armasson, which half encircles the beautiful medieval city of Semur-en-Auxois, which is built on a pink granite bluff. After walking through its cobblestone streets, we reach the main touristic artery, that is Rue Beaune. Moving downwards, you'll find yourself not only next to the marvelous greenish low-flowing river, but you'll find the bridges that offer the best picturesque views of the walls with the high towers. Another famous Burgundy destination is the charming city of Beaune. And its greatest monument is definitely the Hospice de Beaune. Founded by Nicolas Rolin in 1443, the Hôtel Dieu served as a hospital for the poor. In the main courtyard, you'll witness the finest examples of 15th century Burgundian architecture. Transformed into a museum in 1971, we'll start with the Great Hall of the Poor. From this tiny window, nurses would look upon patients who received free care in this vast room. At the end, an altar that helps sick people assist to the liturgy without leaving their red beds. Years later, a ward was opened in Semur-en-Aux to take care of privileged patients who could pay for the services. In the adjacent Saint Nicolas, the ambience was a bit gloomy since sick people spent their last days in here. The original utensils are still kept in the kitchen. The pharmacy was very special since it was filled with utensils used to prepare medicines. Old remedies were used to treat different symptoms. The valuable treasures are kept in Saint Louis room. The Last Judgment of Roger van der Winden has been separated into two halves to be displayed in here. Our visit ended with some really interesting history about medicine and surgery, a must-see if you work in the medical field. Burgundy is so famous for its wine that UNESCO decided to list it as a World Heritage Site. This is the cradle of the Chardonnay, Another interesting drink is the Cremant de Bourgogne. To witness the enormous hectares of vineyards, you can head to the park of Beaune. What a perfect serene way to end the day. I kept the best for last. Listed as one of the 159 most beautiful villages in France, Châteauneuf is strategically perched on the valley of Auxois, pierced by the Canal de Bourgogne. The stone houses are built of limestones, typical of the 14th to 17th centuries.
Found what we're looking for in life.
Placed under the double patronage of Saint Philippe le Galiléen and Saint Jacques le Majeur, the church of Châteauneuf dates from the end of the 15th century. This castle that dominates the village was given in December 1456 by Philippe the Good to Filippo. Unfortunately, it's currently closed to civilians since it's being renovated. We ended our getaway with the really interesting visit of Céline, who made us taste lots of local products. She's so passionate about it that you cannot leave empty-handed.